not Taxi Driver, A Taxi Driver.
No.
It's a Korean movie. It was made, I think, like 2014, 2015.
You've tried to get me to watch this like 10 times.
I'm telling you. So recently, like Parasite.
Is it a comedy?
No. Well, I mean, Korean movies are weird. They have a bit of everything.
Is it like Parasite in a way?
Yeah.
I
So
love that stuff.
You watch Parasite, right?
I'm hooked. Such a good movie.
I watched both.
Such a good
and
movie.
Won an Oscar for me.
I'd say A Taxi Driver is better than Parasite because only because
Is
it's
it a recent movie?
It's based. It's relatively recent.
okay.
It's like in after 2010. I think it's 2012 2016, sometime then. But it's based on a true story in 1970s, 1980s. So South Korea at that point was going through like a whole revolution thing, and there was a whole like, I'm not gonna say too much, but it revolves around a taxi driver that's in Seoul, or Seoul, sorry. And a German reporter needs to get into the city that's cornered off by the military because people were protesting there. And it's based on a true story. I think they stretched it for like drama and that, but all the big events are true. And even at the end, you get to see an interview with the German reporter. Like,
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
I mean, like spoilers, he survives, but like it's history. But it's such a good movie, and I feel like these movies, they never get any recognition from like, of course, because it's not Hollywood, but the acting is insane. The emotions that you feel, insane. It's hard to put it in one genre, like because you were asking, because sometimes it is a comedy movie, and the other times you're actually like terrified, even though it's not a horror movie, but it's so realistic, and like they do a really good job of putting you right there with the characters. Like the angles sometimes are very, very intimate. Sometimes they're very like it's a landscape, very like, I don't know,
Distant.
I don't know what the word is, but like very pretty, even though like it's, you can clearly tell it's a lower budget movie, not too high.
I know the director for Parasite, when he won the Oscar, he was giving the speech, and he said that if you can overcome that like 2-inch barrier of subtitles on your screen, you'll be exposed to a whole new world of theater. And it's actually so true.
That is true.
Like Parasite, I remember I was thinking this movie's probably overhyped, you know, whatever, just because it's a foreign film. It's probably gonna get a lot of attention. I watched that movie. Oh my god,
it's amazing.
So good. It's like a dark comedy. So there's some parts where you laugh, but there's other parts where
Just like,
you feel like you should laugh, but it's like, should I laugh? Like, it's so dark, but it's meant to be it's so good. You're on your toes the whole time. Like, have you all seen the movie?
Yeah.
No.
Some parts of it were
You haven't seen
terrifying.
it?
I haven't
I'm not
seen
gonna
it.
say anything.
Yeah, don't say it.
You have to watch. You actually have to watch. And then there's another movie.
Very creative. Very creative.
That's the thing.
Yes.
I look, and it's not easy. It's such a good movie, and one end it doesn't. I feel like I've heard stories like this, but at the same time, it's never been. I don't know anything like that, and it's never been explored. I've never seen it explored this way. Another movie, I think I've maybe mentioned this to you guys. It's a Bollywood movie. It's called And Had Hun. I believe And Had Hun. Yeah, it's like one word. It's very similar to Parasite in that it's a dark comedy where it's just you want to laugh, but the same you're stressed. It's like this guy. I believe the plot is that he fakes being blind, and then he gets involved with a whole other thing. You have to watch this movie. It's considered to be one of like the best Bollywood movies of all time.
Not the best.
Not
No,
the
no.
best.
I have to tell you something after. Sorry, go ahead.
But it's not one of those where like, you know, a guy will like run sideways on a bus, you know what I mean, and like flip. It gets realistic, but at the same time, it's.
Are you trying to say they're bad?
No, it's different style. They're very entertaining
Have you
movies.
seen the scene where they were throwing catapult, but the actual like balls were just guys in their shields?
Oh, I saw that. Oh my god.
Man, Bollywood movies are amazing at what they do.
I watched that whole movie, bro. When I tell you that scene wasn't even the most over the top scene, like after they invaded the city, like that they were trying to get to, man, the fight scenes, it's like real life anime. That's what we were saying the other day. Bollywood movies are real life anime.
Yeah.
That's what it's
So good,
because
man.
I feel it's just they're just so extra with it. It's like the guy looks at a train, the train does 10 backflips. I'm like, you know, I'm just like sitting there. I'm just like,
Why is this happening?
like physics just went through the door. Like
I love that stuff.
How?
Man, there was one where this guy was riding a horse and he needed to get through an intersection, but then there was this truck, so like he slid under the truck with the horse. But then you could tell it was just a horse dummy, so it just went under, and the horse was just flat, like it was like static, not moving, and it just slid under the thing on its side.
It's just like,
Nice.
okay, is this a budget thing, or like, how do you think you can get away with this? You know what I mean?
Man,
It's like,
I feel
what?
like just the style of
They
it.
think it's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like they really grabbed the word movie and technically be like, it's fake, so let's utilize what we could
How
do.
fake we can make it.
How
Yeah.
fake
But
we can
it's
make it.
fun though. I love it.
100%.
I feel like each country that produces a lot of media has their own style. I feel like
Have you
Korea literally mixes all the genres in one. Like it's a weird way of enjoying it. And then like Bollywood, I haven't watched enough. I can't say that, but like from what I've seen, it's ridiculous most of the time.
Have you seen those like Chinese like kung fu movies and stuff?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
Ip
those
Man.
are-
Was Ip Man Chinese? No.
I don't know. I
Ip
think
Man
it was
is, I
collab.
think.
It's probably a
Yeah.
collab.
Yeah, it is because I remember there was one of the movies where the Japanese invaded, so it is a Chinese movie.
You
Yeah.
know in this.
Because I watched, it was like made such a good movie. The choreography and the fight scenes,
Yes.
it's so good. There was one, I don't know which movie. It's
In
the one where the
kitchen, they're
Japanese.
fighting pew, pew, pew. I don't know.
But some stuff is fake. You know, it's like a guy gets hit and he goes and they just show you his feet and he just and he stands still. It's like, what did you just do? You can't do that with your leg. He literally, he flips, he lands on his ankle and you can't do that. But it's so much fun. But and also,
I feel like we
the
need to
hits-
explain what the is to our listeners.
it's just.
I don't know.
I can't explain it.
The
Just
Mike,
watch
Mike
those
Tyson
kung fu
episode
movies.
was the fourth.
Yeah,
Ip
that was
Man.
one of them. Yeah,
Ip Man movie was.
he was fighting. It
Man,
was
how
like
many of these
boxing
are
against-
these?
There's four of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's four, but it's just the fourth one. It's like they were introducing boxing, which is
Yeah.
all power,
Yeah.
to kung fu, which was Ip Man. It was just
Yeah.
like, it was just so
So good,
intense.
yeah.
One of the scenes, like
The thing is, the way they do the fight scenes is that every strike just feels like it has so much weight behind. That's
Yeah.
why they're so good. I mean,
Yeah.
they get crazier as they go, but they're
Okay.
all good. But then you also get movies like Kung Fu Hustle. Have you seen those?
Kung Fu
I
Hustle.
mean, people are literally flying like. Sorry,
Wait, are you talking about the one where they were playing?
Dude,
Wait,
this
wait,
is a lot of
wait,
sound
wait,
effects.
wait,
That's
this is
what
the
I'm
one
flying
where they were
kicks.
playing soccer.
Oh, that's
That's-
Shaolin soccer.
Shaolin
That's another
soccer.
example.
I
So good.
love
That was-
Shaolin
I
soccer. Have
remember,
you
like,
guys ever watched Shaolin soccer?
Shaolin, so I've seen parts of it. It's the
So
same
good.
thing. It's just they
It's-
play. Imagine a bunch of monks playing soccer, but like they're doing kung fu in the middle of
Yeah.
it.
jump in
down.
the air, flip like 8
What?
times, and kick, and it just flies like a rocket.
It's
dramatic.
It's literally an anime
it's so
movie. It's
imagine, imagine Kuroko no Basket on
Yeah.
steroids, but it's real people. It's
Yeah.
real life.
I want to watch the movie again.
It's real
That was
life.
so good.
I
man.
would 100%. I'd watch Shaolin. Shaolin Soccer is one of those movies that's just like I watched it so many times in my childhood.
Yeah.
There's that one scene where he stole a dumpling from this lady selling dumplings.
I don't remember that, but I
It's stuck. It's in my head, and I can't forget it for some reason. He just stole a dumpling. That's the whole scene. I mean, there was more to the scene. He was talking to her, but
was it like funny or was it just
the dumplings look so good
because the movie was good? I
It
thought
looks
like
so chewy and nice.
I'm trying to think of like other ones, like other movies that are very memorable that weren't like made.
like
Like
foreign
they,
movies.
yeah, they're like more foreign movies that were more. For
I
me,
don't-
one, Spirited Away, but that is a movie.
Oh
but
yeah,
that's
those are
very,
good.
yeah.
Spirited Away. There's the
Oh,
other
I
one
mean,
as well.
Box office of
If-
Japan.
From the same studio.
If we're gonna talk about Studio Ghibli, though, that's
Yeah.
Oh, just I mean in general. No. I just mean like in
Man,
general
he's so
movies.
good.
There was one movie from them. I don't remember. There was a guy who was carrying
Oh, sorry.
something that was injured. Then someone came with like a blunderbuss and shot him, and he had a hole in his chest, and he kept walking
What?
and shot him again, and there was 2
Oh,
holes.
that's Princess Mononoke.
Man, I'm pretty sure I still remember that exactly scene for scene how that was, and I watched the movie like
How
15 years ago,
You have,
probably.
you have good taste. That's the
Like,
best one in my
Th-
opinion.
that- like I just I was a kid. I was like, I didn't expect this guy had a hole in his chest, and he's
Wait,
walking.
wait. But out of the whole movie, that's what traumatized you?
That's what I remember.
Did you not see the forest spirit?
Wait, what's the forest spirit? Is that the big black thing with the
Like
white?
the deer with the human face? That thing was
no.
messed
You're
up.
talking about another. You're talking about
I'm
Spirited
mixing,
Away.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
mixing them both up.
He's
I know
talking
those
about the ending of the other one.
those all movies. It's like one big movie in my brain. I don't know. I just remember
Well, they all
scenes.
are all in the same
I
like,
remember there
type
was-
of category.
There was one with like a really old grandma who had a big head.
Oh, that's the Spirit Away.
Yeah.
Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Okay, she also creeped me out for some reason. I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
why.
her
all these
nose.
movies. I feel like as a
Her like
kid when you
wrinkles
watched-
were so.
The art style's so
Yeah,
nice.
that's the thing.
It's
It's
so
so good.
pretty. It's so pretty.
it throws me out of this side. I'm like, dude, it takes me to like